intuitive reading. Let's see what's in the cards for us this week. What are the messages coming through from the universe? Um, when I do these readings, I cards right before I come on, just so I have them in hand, and then I tap into the intuitive feeling that I get about the particular cards. And this week, it feels like this reading is geared towards people who have been focusing in on relationships. So either healing a relationship or creating a new relationship, attracting a new relationship into your life, and or people who are focused in on career, like possibly thinking about a career change or something shifting in your business or career. So that's really what it feels like. These cards are really honing in on this week. Okay, so the first card that really jumped out was have faith. Okay, so um, it just feels like there's some frustration. There's some frustration in the collective. Whoever's tuning into this, there's a little bit of frustration around either manifesting that relationship or healing that relationship, and or the career that you're focused in on. Maybe taking a shift, or it feels like there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there who maybe have hit some little hiccups in the that's, it's not for the faint of heart, being an entrepreneur, for sure. But just know that you're just like, keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Like when we can sit and stay in the energy of what it is that we want to create, as if it's already happened, and then listen in to the intuitive hits that we get about that, your spirit will guide you in the right direction. So really, the message from the universe is just to have faith that your prayers, your manifestations, they're happening. They're happening. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes right now that you don't even know. You're not even aware of it. And so just keep going. Keep going with your manifestation work, and holding in that faith that everything is working out, because we really are I just got a lot of, it's almost like we're on two timelines right now. Okay, and there's like a fear-based timeline, and then there's this new timeline, this new vibration, this new frequency, this new earth that we're tapping into. And so what's happening right now is that a lot of people, the fear is really prevalent. So it's like, as we as we as we get closer to dismantling that timeline, that fear vibration, that lower frequency, it's going to pop up more in your space. You're going to be more aware. You're going to have more kind of fearful thoughts, maybe some, bumps in the road. But just know that part of that whole old way of being, you can see around us, like the old systems crumbling. It's really happening. And when that happens, it can be hard, especially if you're a sensitive person, because you're very aware. It's like when the old way is dying, it's also screaming, it's also fighting and clawing its way to stay alive. And so there will be that frequency of fear, and the frequency of anxiety, and the frequency of not enoughness. That kind of old space is starting to dissipate, and but it may be showing up really hardcore in your space. So your job this week is to really hold in the faith that everything is working out for you. The universe has your back. That new timeline, the new frequency, the new earth, the new vibration is coming in, and it is our job to hold in that as best we can. It doesn't mean that the fear won't come in and we don't, you can feel it, but we're not attaching to it. Okay, when that comes in, it's our signal to focus in on the love, the joy, the abundance, the peace, the energy of it. Even if it's not showing up in your physical world reality, there is still a reality where that frequency and vibration holds, and that's what we're moving into. So your job this week is really to have faith and just know that there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and that your prayers, your manifestations, all of it is coming together. You just have to hold in that higher vibration. Okay. And also, just got the chills, follow your inner guidance, follow intuition, which really goes into the next card, which is this card is yes. So whenever this card pops up, you really just have to take a minute and ask yourself, what is the answer to the question that I'm asking? What's the answer? And trust that the answer that's coming forward is coming from your intuition. It's coming from your intuition. And you know that it's your intuition because it feels calm. It feels good. It may not be logical, but there's a peace to it. Okay. Your intuition will never guide you in the wrong direction, because that's your spirit speaking. So just, it really feels like, that's part of what you're stepping into now, is stepping into the trust in your own intuition, the trust in your spirit. So this week, really practice that. Really practice asking yourself the question that you want the answer to. Okay, and it feels like it's relationship oriented or career, or it could be both. And really feeling into that. Really feeling into the intuitive part of self, and making the commitment to take the action that is in alignment with that. Okay. And just really trust it. Just really trust what's coming forward for you. And you probably have a question right now, and the answer is yes. Okay. And then the final card for this week is to explore your options. Okay. Explore your options. So, when this card gets pulled, it's the card itself says it's time to look at other possibilities. This is a good time to make change. But what I'm feeling is that it may not necessarily be like a 180 shift. It's like, if this is in relationship to a relationship, if you're having like relationship issues, or there's something that you want to heal, or something that you want to attract in, or if you're in a relationship that, maybe you're thinking of exiting, or like, what do I do here? This is not working. It doesn't mean that it's time to actually like leave the relationship. It's more like, let's take a look at it from perspective. So, and that can be in career too. It doesn't mean like, okay, we're just going to jump ship here. It might be, but what I'm really feeling is that there's another way to look at what you're doing. There's another way to relate to the relationship. There's another way to relate to the career. And I really feel like there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are tuning into this. And so it doesn't mean like cut whatever it is that you're doing. It just means there is a expanded way of doing what you're doing, because sometimes, when you're doing something in a particular way and it's not working, the universe kind of goes and puts this little like blanket over you. So, and sometimes people, like when that happens, they give up. It's like, okay, this isn't working, so I give up. But it's more like guiding you, kind of bumping you into the lane that you're supposed to get into. So it just feels like there's another way that you are to look at this, and that other way may be like another skill set that you're like, oh, I don't know why I want to learn about energy healing, but let me tap into that and then apply it to whatever you're doing with your entrepreneurial business. That's just really look at like, okay, because this is all these cards are really about having faith and trusting your intuition. So right here, right now, think about, what is that one thing that's really been like tapping your shoulder? What is the one thing that you've been thinking about for a while that's like, oh God, I'd really love to do that. That would be a really cool thing. And it might not make logical sense. It might be like take a dance class, or you know what I mean? It might not have anything that's in alignment to your particular situation or your particular career. But there's a reason why you're getting that intuitive hit. There's a reason why it sounds really fun. There's a reason why you're interested in it. It may not even be for that thing. It may be the person that you meet when you sign up for that class. You know, it just the guidance is to whatever that intuitive hit that you are getting, that whatever that little thing is that you've been holding on to, that's like, okay, yeah, I'll do that later. That sounds great, but I'll do that later. The commitment to do it this week because it's your spirit talking. I feel it really strongly. I feel it for myself. I feel it for you all. Just make the commitment to actually go and do that thing and watch what happens. Watch what happens, because there's magic there. I promise you, there is magic there. Okay. So with that, have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the comments too. I didn't see them over there, but thank you. All right. Take care, guys.